absolutely incredible.
Everybody involved manages to make it happen.
Super fun.
Okay, much to our surprise, I get a text from Ron on Sunday night, and he says, go check this shared photo album. So I go check and it says Pagani road trip. For those of you that have seen the videos, the Pagani has been in Jackson all summer, and it's kind of been his summer car up there, so you can take the top off, drive it around town, do all the good stuff. And we had shipped the Pagani up to Jackson like 3 months ago. And so at some point I was expecting that we were gonna have to coordinate everything to have the Pagani shipped back. And much to my surprise, Ron drove the Pagani hundreds of miles in like 5 hours home from Wyoming to Utah. So after 3 months, the Pagani has landed back in Utah, and while the Pagani was waiting in Jackson, Envision actually received the custom Vossens for this car. So the wheels for this car have just been at Envision in boxes waiting to be mounted on this car for months. And these wheels might be my favorite that have ever come from Vossen or be put on any of Ron's cars. So today's mission, grab the Pagani, drive it down to Envision, get the wheels mounted. So the tires are actually being taken off the current wheel, and then those will be put onto the new wheel. Okay, while we're at the garage, we just have to do a quick run through because there's a few new cars here, whole new setup, and this garage is just always changing. And the setup right now might be one of my favorites. So we have the Storado. Wheels are caked. Everything is covered in a thick layer of dirt. The Pagani is back, has never looked better. 1,000 horsepower 911 Turbo S, which is quite possibly the fastest car in the garage. Parked next to its contender for fastest car in the garage, the 1,200 horsepower Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. Paul Walker's E36 M3 Lightweight, John Cooper Works Mini Cooper, Trans Am Firebird. So the Envision guys are ready to get started. We're gonna move a few cars and get the Pagani out of here. Okay, I just opened up the Pagani, and you have to see Ron's road trip setup for driving this thing 5 hours. Here is Ron's pillow that he rode on for 5 hours in the Pagani. So for everybody going to road trip their Pagani, do not forget your road trip pillow for your seat. Okay, we made it about 50 feet down the driveway until the coolant light came on. The funny thing is, anytime something like this happens with any of these cars, you normally can't just Google, hey, where do I fill up my coolant on the Pagani? Or hey, how do I screw in my wind deflectors on my Pagani? So we called our Pagani service tech, he led us in the right direction, and we're gonna fill up the coolant on the Pagani. This thing is gorgeous. This is also gonna serve as a tutorial for when you guys need to fill up your Pagani's coolant. Oh my gosh, what is on there? In order to fill it up, you take this little rubber cap off of the bleeder valve here, and then that bleeder valve is an 11 millimeter. You just have to loosen that, and then the coolant will be able to drain into the reservoir from there. That bleeder valve is so tight to the firewall here, you kind of have to get at the weirdest angle and kind of go down in here, and then up, and then grab it, and then spin it. Look at that coolant cap. Kind of nice. Let's get down to Envision.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, super sick.
Clean, man, that's nice. Get a picture.
Of course, dude. Take whatever. Okay, if you haven't heard of Huayra before, just take this in. So good. I don't think there's anything out there that sounds like that.
Hi.
Trevor, you want to give me the rundown real quick on why these are so special?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's the fact that we made a wheel lighter. We made them dimensionally the exact same as what's on there, but with a more aggressive, you know, offset in style. I mean, these wheels are going to look absolutely incredible, especially on the rear, but giving the fronts the same, you know, design aspect, the flat face look. and, you know, capable of clearing those massive brakes.
Yeah, dude, I didn't realize the difference between the size of the front and rear.
Oh, it's huge.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
these? Are these like
night and day? 13 inches.
13 wide.
Yeah.
These fronts are what, 10 or
The
9?
fronts are 9. 20
Okay.
by 9.
And then these are gargantuan. Look at how deep that concave is. Look at that Sharpie. That Sharpie is all the way down into the wheel, and it barely comes to the top.
Guess we need to get a soda.
That's actually crazy. You even put a whole phone in there and it just barely comes over the top.
Loco Pino Freno part.
Oh, I've been looking for that.
Yes, you know,
I've been
that's
looking for my Sploco
Pino Freno. Yeah, you know, that's important.
We're in business, buddy.
Woohoo! It's always interesting when you get these cars taken apart and you see all of these pieces of the car that you wouldn't realize otherwise. Like the back of the wheel behind the lug looks like a sponge. And the guess is that all of that is drilled out just for weight savings. So kind of interesting. All of the details that go into these cars, you just would never know if you didn't get to see it. Okay guys, this is a lesson in why you always test fit the wheels first, because we took the tires off the stock wheels, put them onto the Vossens only to get the Vossens on the car and come to the realization that they don't actually fit.
So really all it is the alignment pins here that are just slightly off. So the actual bore itself is roughly 14. Size it needs to be is 16. It's showing on here at 15.9, but in order for this wheel to go on correctly and actually fit these alignment pins correctly, we need to bore these out 2 mils, and that'll actually correct this. They're actually in the correct pattern and fit correctly. It's just the bore itself. So we'll get that dialed and we'll get them right on.
So we just went down the street and met with John, who has a full Haas CNC machine that can make basically anything, and one of those things being drilling those holes out just those 2 millimeters bigger to fit on the car.
So you're saying there was some place right up I don't think so. It's made.
That one was off and that one was off. I know when he takes this over, I already took one off and put it on the car.
Yeah.
Fit beautifully.
Oh man. Woo. It went in. It feels real nice.
Oh, sir.
Woo. 2 wheels are on the car, and I was just slightly doubtful at first because they're so unique looking, and it's looking really, really good. That looks so sick. The wheels are officially on the car.
Yeah, the wheels, they really tie the room together nicely.
It
Definitely looks
amazing.
like, you know, something very special and very expensive.
Yes. Hooray! Pagani's all buttoned up. Wheels are on. They look amazing. We are now stuck in 5 o'clock rush hour Salt Lake City traffic. Then we will wrap things up with a quick cinematic piece covering the new look. Yeah, Supercar Ron.
Oh yeah, we know that guy.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's a good dude.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's super sick.
Exactly?
It's a Pagani
I
Huayra
thought
Roadster.
so.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen him on Need for Speed.
Yeah, right?
That's so sick. Is that like the Supercar Ron guy?
Yeah, that's him.
Like a rocket, not a
Yeah, it's
car.
kind of funny. The inside is definitely like rocket themed.
Oh, it's a spaceship.
Yeah.
It is totally a spaceship.
Got a little airplane flap.